The Tao that can be spoken, that can be expressed, that can be named, is not the eternal Tao. And changing Tao. I see an apple. I hear a cat. Eight days of Vipassana, 8 days, and they have kicked me out. 8 days. In a 10-day course, 8 days. That's 80%. Easy maths. It starts here. Like here, with a different person, but here. So, I don't want to consume all the memory of my phone and all the battery. It has to be like very strong, super intense experience. Probably, yeah, yesterday I had like the most intense sensations of my life when I was meditating. I'm gonna check the audio and probably put microphones because I guess you need good quality, or I need good quality, or you. Hello machine. Thank you machine. 1 2 1 2. Checking audio. 1 2 1 2. Hello you that listen. How are you? So I will using this video as a, this is the disclaimer. I will use this video as a kind of draw notes of what happened in these 8 days, because I have depicted this moment of me explaining my experience in the Vipassana, in the Dhammapalava, but yeah, like not in this way. Like, yeah, I don't know, like you cannot predict. Something that I learned is like, I don't know anything nothing at all, nothing at all about what's gonna happen. This is I don't know, like some, like lastly, things that I think it are happening, but yeah, in its own way. So yeah, that's for sure. Like, I don't know anything, and this is something I discovered, and yeah, it's lesson after lesson. I wrote some things down, like last lesson I wrote it, because yeah, it's quite intense. So the thing, it started here, like there is a house over there, it's a shop. I had my glass bottle, and I asked them, like, do you please can fill it? They told me no. I mean, I understood. They sell water, so they didn't fill me the water, the bottle with water. So, and there I met a server, a woman from Germany. She asked me, like, are you going to the retreat? So yeah, it was obvious, yes. We both were going to the retreat. She took a taxi, I was walking. This, you might know it if you saw the Instagram picture. Like, I was collecting trash on the way. It's quite interesting to do it. Like, you find out many things that people throw. So yeah, I was collecting trash. I arrived there, checking, everything good. There I did one thing after the check-in. Well, I left everything, like no pens, no books, no notebooks, nothing. I follow the rules, and because I follow the rules, I'm here. They expel me for following the rules, because yeah, like one of the last things the teacher said was, you know yourself enough to know that this is too much. So I'm gonna finish here, and yeah, I really respect and agree, and I really appreciate what they have done for me. They have taken care a lot of me, for me. So I put one of my t-shirts like on the mirror, so I couldn't see my face for many days. Now I'm seeing it, but reflected on the black, yeah, on the screen, not on the screen, but reflected on the glass. So many days without seeing my face, without seeing my body. Yeah, and I mean, the meditation was good at the beginning, because at the beginning it's a lot of breathing, anapana. So focus on the breath, awareness. It's interesting to remain silent, to look around, but still mind talks a lot. I do my thing, like what things that I always do: showering with cold water, sleeping on the floor. Yeah, things that I usually do, but there they get very intense because I couldn't write, I couldn't talk, I couldn't dance, not moving so much. So yeah, things were getting very intense. I was feeling like strong and long stretches of attention going on. Third day already in the discourse, I start crying because the discourse was about suffering. So then I guess I'm too strong or too extremist, I guess, in life. That's why these things happen. So yeah, life is suffering. To be alive is to suffer. You can focus on life, you can focus on death. So if they look at you, don't let them know if you are laughing or crying, but cry. And the thing, yeah, like the teacher offered me a piece of cloth, which has been like one of my last lessons. He gave me a paper, a tissue paper, like nothing, so worthless, so meaningless. It's nothing. Like people were like using them, throwing them away, like nothing. So this piece of paper, I close my tears with it. He asked me strong emotions coming out. I tell them some. Life is suffering, we both know it. I told him first truth, or second, I guess dukkha, I don't know. First is impermanence, I don't know. I don't know anything. So he gave me this paper and I kept it there over my number 16, room B14, locker 22. I keep the paper there. I couldn't take it today, and I was attached to it because it's still painful not having taken this paper. But these two people that brought me to Turek, they told me like, man, forget it and enjoy the landscape, and maybe they have to forget that they let me and forget the landscape and focus on the landscape and enjoy it. Because yeah, I'm in Malanov now, not in the bus, as they would have liked. But maybe they were craving that I was in the bus, maybe. They are wise enough for sure, so they will meditate and they will accept it and they will go over it. Don't create new sankaras, very important. Don't create new sankaras, and you might start working on the past ones and eradicate them. Path of liberation. So yes, I was holding my posture a lot. I was working on the posture the first days a lot. So I was holding very painful. And the teacher told me, you are holding your posture. And I told him maybe. I told him I like the fact that I go over the pain. Being 1 hour there, not moving and feeling pain. And I went over it and I was already like having very strong experience. Like I really love my mother. Yeah, like it's amazing, like the woman that has brought you to this world, to this planet. It's incredible the connection that we have with her. It's very rooted in our genes, in our minds, in our beings. Like the love for a mother is, the attachment, I guess. So that's the point, the attachment to life, attachment to the self. So I was there suffering incredibly and with a very strong pain on my knee, and I still going over it, and then realizing how much I love my mother and my family and the people in my life. The teacher told me, don't hold it, man, like this is not the practice, this is not gonna go well. He was very wise. He wanted to see me like 4th day, Vipassana day, and I asked the teacher 3 things, like what do you do with pain, what do you do with sleepiness, and what do you do with impatience, which are very common. Like pain is sensations, sleepiness you fight against it, you refresh yourself, and impatience is agitation. So your mind wants to do something, you don't let it. I'm in a very good relationship, well, very good. I'm in a better relationship with my mind, and my mind is in a better relationship with myself, my being. So I lost it. Yes, the teacher. I decide man, pay above silence, because I was already speaking 2 times. First night I tell the guy, can we turn off the automatic switcher of light in the hall of the rooms? Because I mean, you go into the night after meditation and you get this flash of light in your face. It's not the best. He told me it's automatic and it works all the same. I said, okay, I accept it and I take it. I will do some hitchhiking later and I will go to my destination. Come on, I told him I'm free now, I can do whatever, no more rules, man. Like, if I haven't followed rules all of my life, maybe I was doing something good for myself. This is for all the people that impose rules in others. Really, there are some of us, I know, and did you know, this is the question is inside, did you know that did you know that 1 out of 7 billion people on this planet is you? And did you realize that the moment you start hearing this sentence and the moment you stop hearing this sentence, you change? So the thing, I asked the teacher, I pay my vow of silence. I say like, man, you came here to be silent, you cannot be silent, you explode when you are silent, and he knows. Now I know also, I explode when I'm silent. So I came to pay my vow of silence, and I was strong with myself. I was holding my posture. I was keep on silence. Not talk with the management, don't talk with anyone of course, don't talk with the teacher either. And then the manager told me the second day, like, the thing of the light is not possible, and the teacher he wants to talk with you. And I said, okay, like something is happening, because like for the teacher to want to talk with you, then you have done something wrong or you have done something good. Like something is not normal if he wants to talk with you. So yeah, he told me like, okay, be gentle, relax, take it easy, don't go too far, don't go strong, be kind with yourself, eat, sleep. This is, yeah, he noticed it. He noticed that I'm sensitive. I think I'm very sensitive person. Now I know, and I'm this, I don't know, spiritual type, super energetic. I think if I have to write my type, because I haven't found it over there by anyone, I think I will write super energetic. And I hope more people over there are super energetic like me. And maybe I can help some of us to deal a more enjoyable life, I don't know, or more full, I don't know. Maybe Nagababas are super energetic, maybe these yogis in the gurus, Indias are super energetics, but I know we are in the Western as well. I mean, a truth, and I realize it's like classic psychology, normal psychology. I mean, it's wonderful to study, and I'm so happy I choose it. Really, knows nothing about the mind, like knows nothing. And I'm a psychologist and I'm a super scientific guy, but really, we are far away, so far away from know what is the mind and what the human mind can do. We are far away, really, like far away, so far. We have been rejected it and neglected it and say, no, this is nothing, this is crazy, these people do this. Man, we don't know anything. We shut up, we pay vow of silence, and we are humble. And when we understand that we don't know, then we can start talking. This is fundamental. So the teacher and me, we talk, yes. And I said, okay. Then Vipassana, my knee already hurt it, already painful. But then in Vipassana, I suppose you hold your posture. And I took this same posture with both knees together, so you sit over your knees. It happened to be there. And then like it was so painful, man. It was even too painful for myself. And I listened to myself at that point, and I said, stop. Man, I destroyed my knee. I destroyed my knee. And my being, I was shaking. I was holding so much tension. I went to the room. I mean, after it finished, because I changed it several times afterwards. After it finished this first Vipassana, man, I went to the room and I lied and I couldn't move. I mean, and I couldn't move. I was dead. I was killed. Like I don't know how many times I've been this exhausted, overexhausted, like not able to move, nothing. Like one arm I could move. I was laying down on the room. And I managed to go out and to check, and I got some food. Like some food which was like a quarter of an orange, and I took some peel of the orange. I thought about my grandfather. I've thought about so many of you, you don't know. I've thought about so many of you. I thought about my grandfather in the war eating the peels of the orange. Yeah, because people are, I mean, they are greedy. They don't know. It's ignorance after all. Like I've seen so much development in others, also so much development. Like how at the beginning they were taking a lot of food and at the end not so much. And also like I've learned to understand people, to know what they do, how they do, a bit better, a bit more. Like today they were eating a lot. They are tired today. That's why they are eating. It's not they are greedy. They are tired. They are hungry. I understand. I'm not. I've been in these states. I was like 2-3 days. I don't want to compare, but sometimes I was seeing processes in other. I've been already there, you know. That's why the teacher said, go away, man. Like 10 days over for you. Enough. No 10 days for you. So that, and after that I managed to continue meditating, but like I was making some questions to the teacher more about the technique, but things got more and more intense and strong. The teacher said, man, take it easy, relax. I was doing it, I was sleeping more. First 2 days I fell asleep, like in my practice, and I fell asleep because it was an apana, but later I was staying longer to sleep. One night, I don't know which one, the 5th maybe, I went out, I saw the stars. The 5th, because it had been 7 nights. So 5th night outside seeing the stars, 6th one in the forest, and then 7th night was just. So I was after that like meditating more chill in the mornings, getting very nice states, starting to feel in my body, my sensations, trying to work more with these subtle sensations. If you have done Vipassana, do it, I mean, I got already into the 5th day, into the 4th, this realization of these people will take out our jobs of psychologists, hopefully, because they will cure us all. I'm gonna stop, so 15 minutes and the video is saved. So, we are getting close to the intense things. Well, everything has been very intense. So 5th day, in the morning already, waking up a bit late, sleeping more. It was the 6th, I think. It has been like ups and downs a lot. Like, you know, you start being very aware of everything. Like really listening things. Like you realize how much your mind was talking before. Like, man, like listening to your own steps, listening to the trees, listening to the animals, listening to the faraway distance, listening your heart. Wow, man. I start to think about so many people that could benefit onto it. Like the 5th day, the 3rd. That's the thing. Like I was already thinking like these people will take our jobs as a clinical psychologist, because really it's very helpful and it's very therapeutical, you know, for many people. Maybe for people like me you have to leave earlier, but for so many others, wow, man. I was thinking about my mother, about my aunt, my brothers, my family, so many friends. Like I want to speak with so many of you, like more being to being, I don't know, something like this. I was thinking like going to my past and solve so many things. So many, these sankaras came out. Anicca, this changing being, ever-changing being. You know, I was getting into this punya, the understanding of things. You know, you understand things when you experience them, when you really embody them, when you be alive into them. You know, like meditating for me started to be like, you are now being conscious and aware and experience how you die and how you live at the same time, how you are alive, because at some point I was very alive, but if it's anicca, it means you are dying, man. It means you are dying every moment. It's every moment you are dying, man. You are one step close, every moment. And it's nothing. I mean, words are words, and this is talking and talking, man. It's something you will realize when you are there, really. So, 5th night or 6th, 5th night. It was also very, very strong. Like, I mean, I was starting crying almost every time I sit to meditate. Tears came out. And in the practice, it's about getting not hold, but getting distance, observe the tears, is difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. Yeah. So 5th night, I was like, wow, man, like this Buddha, he was such a genius. Like simply observing is so much psychology. Like the point of observing with a neutral, equanimous attitude, everything that is happening, is basically exposure to the stimulus that we do with anxiety. With anxiety is what you work on. You put people into the stimulation. With phobias, with fear, you say, okay, this is what you fear of. What do you feel? Okay, it's okay, no? It appears and it goes away, and it's so another thing. What do you feel? Punya. Understand what do you feel, and then we keep on going. We keep on going deeper and deeper, man. I mean, it's nice that we pray so much about Freud and unconscious, but man, Buddha was really, like years, like 2,000 years, 2,500 years ago, and this guy was already like, okay, Freud, good job. I mean, very intellectual job, but man, Buddha had it already. And the point, and here is, I mean, I was also with my reading of Peterson, so a lot of Solzhenitsyn. Peterson is so proud of, look at your own life, what you have done to put you in the place where you are. And then he says Solzhenitsyn changed the whole Soviet Union by himself looking at how he had ended up in a gulag. But fuck, I mean, I don't know about previous lives or not. But Buddha looked into his own life and the previous and the previous and the previous, and he didn't blame anyone. He said, like, what's going on? What's going on here? What has happened here for me to be here, to suffer, to crave, to have aversion? I don't know, to be alive. What has been to be, well, maybe he didn't understand to be alive, but he accepted to be alive. And he went into the purest nature of the being, man, and he said, like, okay, well, what? He dissectionated himself. I had a meditation, I was starting, like, dissectionating my insides, like feeling every part of me and thinking, okay, this is going deep. I stopped doing this because the teacher told me so. Maybe I should have gone this path of dissectionating myself from inside, part by part, thinking, like, okay, I'm this piece of bone, I'm this piece of hair, I'm what? I am what? Yeah. Okay, I'm wise enough to keep on exploring myself, but in my own path. So Buddha went into his own life and to his previous life, supposedly. And he found out this connection, between mind and what we generate, these sankharas, Like, you have a sensation, it goes in you, and then your mind is gonna make you this feeling, this thing, and then it will get inside your body. And he said, stop doing this, stop doing sankharas. And then he realized that was the place where he could cut off. So no more sankharas. He went so much deep inside himself. In a safe way, he was super prepared. Like, that's the point, I'm not even close to be that prepared. He was so prepared. He had go through India, all India he had gone, and trying every technique. I mean, he had a lot of control, of course, and a very strong mind, a very strong being, to go so deep and to realize so fundamental truth. My God, Buddha, man, like, Buddha is not kidding. Now I see birds. I've been, like, lying down, seeing so many planes, so many satellites. One night, I mean, the night I had this mind, this thought, I was so compressed in my room, I was gonna explode, man. Like, no writing, I was gonna explode, man. No talking, no recording. I was gonna explode, man. I do this because I need it. And I might addicted to it, I might be addicted to it, okay. At some point I realized I'm not doing this because I need it, but because someone over there, some another super energetic person over there might need it. And many sensitive people are burning now. Because they say, before people were stronger, were harder, they were more endurable, they were able to go through very strong things on life, like wars, famine, and they were alive. But now that we have go over all this, we are becoming very sensitive. And we better be prepared to be sensitive, because it's hard what is coming. And it's deep, and it's inside. It's very strong. To be alive is very strong. and we better be prepared. We better be prepared, because we are getting into this super energetic state. I'm here, like, we are in a life is really affecting us. Like, we are not exposed to gross things, gross sensation. War, famine, hunger is a very gross sensation. So now, I mean, we have our smartphones which are making us dumb. But otherwise, life is so intense when we stop to observe. The subtle things, they are so intense. I mean, I was talking with, I mean, every animal I was crossing with, it was becoming my pet. I was calling them Mortimer. I was calling them Tweety, my lovely Tweety, which I loved for so long. Every animal, and I step on an animal, and maybe I kill it. I didn't know it was a bug. But that was the thing, every animal around was being my pet. And you cannot lie either. So you talk with the teacher and you tell them the truth. You tell them, man, I think I'm going too far, too fast, too deep. This is what I told him. I went outside and I see the sky. Well, I went to the forest first and I tried to meditate, and I say, man, back off. Because you are not Buddha, you are not prepared, you are not anyone to go here this deep in this forest now, man. And I saw night walkers. For those that like night walkers, you know, people with a lantern, they flashed me also. I didn't know who he was. But the point is, I think I killed an ant. Scratching. So, fuck. So they flashed me with the light. Yeah, like it's people suffer, you know. They were also outside. My story, so many stories. Everyone's stories. Like, my story is nothing. Everyone's story is everyone's story. I also realized this. I was telling the teacher, man, sorry, because I'm taking so much of your time. I'm really making you work a lot, and there are so many people. And he told me it's 120, and there is a lot of suffering here. I told him, I really know what you are saying. I understand what you are saying. Because if I'm going through this, everyone is going through his own. So I went to see the stars. That was relieving, you know, like going to the nature, find your way. And then, well, very important, I could bear the cold of the stars. I could stand there on the cold only with my shawl, because I had done Vipassana under cold water. Now I can go into cold water and I don't react so much, because I did Vipassana with the cold water going through me. Observe this, what is going on here inside, and then I dry myself. Like, I didn't dry completely, but I put my hands together and I said, like, okay, this is cold, feel the cold, this is gross. So I went top to down, like, boom, this is cold, and then bottom to up, this is cold. And I went over it. I was shaking, I was trembling a lot, but I went over it. And yeah, of course, you put your body into states of being, into very sensitive states of being. It's normal. It's completely understandable. It's so normal. So yeah, I could stay on the stars, like, so comfortable, so nice, so silent, so sounds of being alive, and the stars moving. I was thinking about sleeping there, but somehow I managed, and I came back and I slept. Next day, 6th, I was top and then down. I couldn't, like, even look into other people's faces. I was with my shawl looking down. I didn't want anyone to see me, or me to see anyone. Like, I didn't want to see other beings, you know. Just nature was okay, because nature does judge you. Nature don't judge you. So look into yourself, doing your practice. Then took the breakfast, eat very little, very little, very tasty, very little. Looking around, feeling anger, feeling like these people are throwing food still. These people are, like, taking too much for themselves without thinking about the others. Still, and I was angry. And at some point I said, man, it's your mind, clean it. I was able to walk without thinking, first time. To stop and say, man, if you think, you stop. If you think, you stop. If you walk, you don't think. And I was able to walk. I was able to walk. And I was thinking about games, about this, just to realize how our mind is ruling over everything, you know? And I don't know if this was yesterday, because life, it has been so intense and you don't have like clear references of when is when. But yeah, I was able to have my breakfast, do my practice. I mean, practices are very difficult to remember, because then you start feeling subtle sensations, moving here, there. You think about so many people in your life. I don't want to name people, maybe V, maybe S, maybe S. Yeah, maybe P also, it's over there. There are like people, so many people, man. Maybe B, M, a lot of M and a lot of S also. So many, so many Sankaras there, you know, like now I realize all of them, I can laugh. And then I was like, again, like super happy, and I told him like I'm stable again. I was talking with the teacher, I'm stable again, but I don't know, and he didn't know. And at that point I was thinking it was gonna last longer. So 6th day was good. I mean, 5th day I was thinking of quitting also, like it's been too much. 6th day I was thinking of, this is bored, like I'm not progressing so much. I was thinking about boredom, but really 6th day was so silent day. Or 7th, I don't know, man. Like I'm lost. I'm lost. 40 minutes, I'm lost. I'm gonna recover this last day, which was yesterday, which was the 7th indeed. Yeah, let me recover the 7th, because I'm mixing everything. With a paper will be better. So, let's do it. Night on the 6th, I went out in the nature, I lied, and I was super prepared, you know, like let's take the pool over there, let's take the shawl, let's take the flip-flops with socks so mosquito cannot bite you. And then I went there, and yes, a mosquito starts zooming. So I mean, it destroyed the experience, but it was my mind destroying it. That was the lesson. Like, you came here prepared to not do the same as yesterday, and then like having cold or something, or I could sleep outside, and then this mosquito, and your mind is destroying everything, and you don't see as many stars as the day before, you know. It's this comparison, this not being on the present. So 6th night. 7th was quite stable. 7th, man, like breakfast was so wonderful. Like I taste breakfast, I taste it, and then the food was amazing, like next level. Like eyes closed, all the food, everything, potato, cauliflower, the carrots, the nuts, you know, every food was so tasty, man. Every piece of a spoon, man, everything. And I know people start watching at me, people start looking at me and thinking, okay, we might end up there is suffering. I don't know if they saw me cry over my breakfast, if they saw me cry over every asana, you know, because I was taking pillows out. You know, the day I was, my knee was broken, man, and I give it this chair for meditating to the guy of the Rastas. Like, I don't know his name, we don't know anything about anyone there, but I gave the chair, I told him, it's for you, man, like, my knee is broken, but you need it, take it. Fuck. Like, so volition is so important. Like, I was doing the same things but with different volition, you know. I was cutting my fruits in half but no anger, like give it to someone else. The same, I was taking other people food from the plates, but no anger, like take it because it's food, because it's our food and I don't want it to throw it, I wanted to eat it. So many people I couldn't say thank you. So many people, there is craving still for gratitude, but wow, so many people there, I couldn't say thank you. I couldn't hug the teacher. I asked him today, can I hug you? He told me no touching. He touched me today, maybe he need to touch me. This guy that didn't allow me to take this piece of paper, this glass craving. And he didn't let me to touch him when I asked him, and then he touched me when he could. It's okay, man, it's okay. My journey is here, being now here. This is my journey. It's not being on the bus. So yeah, yesterday I think I was stable, or doing all day like normal things, shower if I want warm, if I want cold, sleeping on the bed, taking siesta, feeling subtle things strong but okay, under control. And then the discourse was super strong. The discourse was so strong. I was thinking like, I don't know what this guy will say on the strong Goenka. Amazing guy, Goenka. So I don't know what will Goenka say on the discourse, but I mean, I'm here and it's been too long. I think I'm not having more, so I mean, I could finish now. And then in the discourse he goes so deep into love, into what others are doing, into how this can help so many people. So strong, so deep. And then after it was like I went and I saw also so many people listening to the same words, because it was in Polish and in English. And then I listened to this Polish translation, these people simply listening and meditating, and I was like, wow, where are we going, man? To a place of liberation, to deep place. I mean, if humanity moves in this direction, it can go to very deep places, man. And we are, I don't know, machines. I think we are, yeah, they are connecting us a lot, and I'm talk with this machine and you will listen. But man, I mean, this other path that not so many people are taking, but more each day more people are taking, is so powerful really. So I listened to this discourse, I saw all these people, and then I saw people, the sunset watchers. Like I saw people like taking sun baths, standing, and I was thinking like, man, I was here in Jaén, like standing in front of the sun, feeling it. Like 2 years ago, I was there, and then these people are here. Wow. And then like this, I don't know, I'm not sure I saw so many people eating. I gave an orange to a guy and half an orange to another guy. That's wonderful. And yeah, these sunset watchers, like people are standing on the sunset, like enjoying it. Someone like pointing to the rainbow, other day of rain, and then I meditate. Okay, I don't know, maybe you need to see my face so you notice my facial expression, and maybe a machine in the future can have a better understanding of what's going on. Okay, so I sit to meditate with all this gratitude, all this love inside, like I couldn't express, and I said, it's good, life is amazing. And suddenly, like this buzzing, I had tinnitus some days, like inside, some nights, but at this point, I mean, I was like these super strong sensations, vibrations inside, and at some point I was able to balance them. Equanimity, this is Vipassana, and this is my lesson, of course. Equanimity, I was able to manage it, like doing like a laser scan, like a photocopy, like moving my attention like zzz, and I was like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and I put my hand on this mudra, like hands together in the heart, and I was like, okay, balance, because it was going very unbalanced. But at some point this even didn't help. Like I stretched up and I thought, I'm gonna start doing very weird things now, very weird things, and there is one person watching at me, and it's the teacher, and I'm really about doing something crazy here now. Like, I mean, I put my hands in my heart out of I don't know what, and this is my full body is vibrating, like, man, open your eyes, and I open my eyes and I look around and I'm like, wow, and I close my eyes, and the moment I close my eyes, all my body vibrates again, all my body starts like, and the point I lose the balance, because it starts like in many different directions, like many different intensities, different places, different. I was like, wow, too much, man, too much. And I open my eyes again, change my posture, relax, sit, and say, wow. So the point, like, I stay there, I look around, I wait for the meditation to finish, I look to the teacher. I didn't know if he was looking at me or not, because it's very dark. And when it finished, I go to him, like some people that was looking at me, and I was feeling the worry they were feeling for me. I mean, they looked worried because of themselves, but they were looking at me, and I think like, wow, I mean, I don't know what do I look like, but these people are worrying for me. They are worrying for me. And I was, yeah, and I was in, yeah, and I told him, yeah, too intense, too much. Like, I had a spiritual experience back on the day in Leuven, in my room alone, and I told him, but I could write. Here I cannot. And he told me, open your eyes. Man, if you are getting there, open your eyes. And I told him, it's what I did. And he told me, do it before. Do it before. Because this is my lesson, man. I'm a very extreme person, a very sensitive person. You know, if I have to write super energetic person, they are extreme. They don't like rules so much. They have their own rules and they work for them. They are super sensitive to art, sensitive to life. Yeah. And if you put them in paths and you with different rules, with different settings, it might not be that healthy for them. So night, he told me, I'm gonna give you some herbal tea for relaxing, and then lie on the bed and try to sleep, and if you don't sleep, just feel things here and there. I'm remembering something, like I had a dream that was repeated at when I was 7 or something, and it repeated one night. And I dreamed with bubbles, and I dreamed with these 3 women and a dog in the end of the world going out to the sky to go deep then into the waters. This was my repeated dreams at 7, and then repeated here after 20 years, I don't know. Sure. So, and also, yeah, the dream of yesterday night with my father and my brother. And also, like, I had a dream, yeah, I had to change my bedding because of the dream. It happened, and it's nature. So, also, there's many things, and maybe thanks to that I went further because I didn't have so much energy inside. Anyway, so after that, he gave me this tea, and I'm outside like really scared and afraid, because this is the thing, I lose the balance and I felt scared and afraid of where I was going. And I was there, I put anti-mosquito in all my room, they give me the tea, I drank it, and I was there lying on the bed, and Goenka has said it on the Discord, like many people start stopping sleeping, and he told me the 3rd day, if you stop sleeping, tell me, eat. And I did a half fast with this breakfast the other day. So the point, and then I ate with anger, yes. So that night, yeah, it has been quite okay. I mean, not okay, because I was super touched by the whole experience. And I was there lying on the bed, half awake, half asleep. Like Goenka said, like when the world goes to sleep, the yogi remains awake. And I was 1 hour and a half I slept, and the other one I don't know. I was there lying on the bed for sure. Moving sometimes, not so much. Doing Vipassana with anti-mosquito everywhere, so not so many mosquito. Because you cannot kill, you know, even the mosquito were my pets. I start to call them by name, so Manuel. And this morning also I was worried. I told him, like, let me go to the Dhamma, to the chanting in the morning. I walk a bit, I shower, warm water, trying to follow instructions. I have already packed 2 days ago. And this morning, like, yeah, I did some exercise for my ankle, and I said, okay, it's fine, let's go to the Dhamma and listen to this. And then I asked for the tea to a server, the one that brought me here, I don't know the name, the French guy. And yeah, he threw the tea, and he cleaned the mug because he misunderstood me. But I thought he was gonna feel it, so I had faith and devotion on him. But then my mind was again taking place. So I said, like, do anapana, man, do anapana, focus on something. I'm breathe in, breathe out, man. So I focus my attention, and then at some point, like, this sneeze, releasing a sneeze that has taken me again into the real world. I think the whole center has listening to my sneeze, because it has been my personal gong. And joder, que a gusto me he quedado. It's what I said afterwards, like, you know, anapana, my attention so much into that point, and I sneeze, boom. And then some moments later, like, you know, sometimes I felt synchronized. when you are coming out of the meditation and the gong sound, when you are coming out of a place and then they tell you, okay, you have arrived, this is when you are synchronized. Yeah, like I'm getting close to 15 minutes, so I'm kind of synchronized if I'm finished. So I go there, I sneeze and I wait a bit, and then I listen to his voice and I tell him my tea, and he said my tea is over. I forgot it. I thought you wanted to throw it, and I said okay, I usually refill it with water, but it's fine. I go to the meditation hall, I try to listen to the chanting, and my mind is ruling. Again, he's thinking this, thinking that, trying to breathe, thinking. And I'm thinking like, man, you came here to listen and then you don't listen. And you ask the teacher, because the teacher had told me already that don't meditate in the morning. And I asked him, please let me listen to the chant, and he said okay. And yes, so he allowed me, yeah, he let me to listen to the chanting. And after, yeah, I went to the breakfast, I saw around so many people, like so much love for them. I observed their suffering with compassion, with love, thinking so much good they are doing for themselves, also to the teacher, to the other. So I took my breakfast, not so much, observing them eating. I ate the food that one he was gonna throw it, big guy. The one who dropped me, I think the one who dropped me to the center the first day, and I took his food today. The last thing I did was taking his leftovers and say, I ate them. He was gonna throw them so close. It's fine. So I ate their food, and then at 7 I go to talk to the teacher, and this manager also enters into the room. I say, okay, something is going on. He tells me, man, you have to finish here. And we have talked about 3 out of 3, so things I explained in my day before, all these things of being balanced and bored, and then things on my past, like the meditation with Esther baby, how much trips to Amsterdam affects me for so little. I told him also how much I need art, how much I need to express, how much I need art and express is so needed. And then I told him solutions for my case. So maybe if you are super energetic, this helps. One is go. Okay, one which I don't recommend because I haven't done it, but it's there and some scientists are doing it, which I lost with psilocybin, is going there, going deep, going to the end. It's not the safest probably, and I don't want to recommend it either. Scientists do, so okay, if you get a psychologist close, someone that can manage, someone that can lead your journey, something like this, without drugs, maybe with drugs. I mean, if you are in my level, don't do drugs, because it's something I told to my teacher, don't do them, because you don't need them. Like this was Vicky telling to me, you don't need drugs, in one of my first meditations with people. Like I was enclosed with walls around, and the walls fall, and then there is nature. And I told this to Vicky, and Vicky told me, you don't need drugs. So, and today my teacher said, don't do it. Okay, avoid that at all cost, he told me. So don't do drugs if you are super energetic like me. Love was a solution. I'm gonna stop because love is important. So love is a solution. Love is one. Like if you are feeling all these strong intentions, emotions, intensities, man, it might be time to redirect them, to put a reality that work into them, and that reality is work. Love. You need a frame. Maybe you need a frame. Maybe it's the moment, like, okay, frameless is very nice because you can get to places you don't know, but you might need frame at some point, and this frame might be love. Because it's, I mean, I read Tao, and if you don't let me read Tao, man, I need that. I need a frame. So maybe the frame is love. So yeah, love was one. Well, practicing stronger equanimity, stronger samadhi. You need very good, strong samadhi. And the third one, which I forgot because I always forgot one. So one is love, the other is delve into it deep. The other is yoga, man. and pranayama and all these things. It's like, I mean, if you have tensions in your body, release them, and then sit to meditate, man. You cannot sit to meditate with emotions and intensities and tensions of so many days. Like, I mean, if you are like me, like super energetic like me, you cannot do it. I mean, okay, you can try and you will, because your rules doesn't work with not my rules, it's all your rules, and you might try because you are experienced seeker. But really, man, stretch a bit before stretch, because your body cannot hold so much, I think, or your mind at this point, at least at my point. So yeah, if you are super energetic like me, I mean, I'm shaking now, I'm like trembling. So yoga, love, yeah, breathe so much. I mean, we have to learn so much about breathing, man, to go into this deep state. So yeah, I spoke with him these things, with my teacher, this yesterday, 3 things of my life, 3 possible solutions. And he didn't let me talk so much. He said like, well, you finish, so you do your life. The gong, it means it's time, man. The gong is, I'm not so synchronized. It's like when the gong sounds and then you have to do another round to finish the Vipassana. So yeah, and then like normal talking with these guys, packing everything fast, okay, laughing with them, teaching some Spanish there. But then the lesson of the paper, I told them, please let me take the paper. I mean, I know I'm craving it. I know it's so meaningless. It's so meaningless. A piece of, I mean, objectively, reality as it is. Like these days, I was seeing reality as it is. Nature is nature. You know, my mind is not over the reality. So reality as it is. And I know it's a piece of paper. It's nothing. The piece of paper that the teacher gave me to clean my tears that day, the 3rd day. You know, and I saved it there under my number, and they took the numbers away. So no more 16, but my piece of paper was there. It's a reminder, it's nothing. It's so meaningless. But they told me, we have to go. It's like they were giving me excuses, don't matter. You know, like we are gonna be late, we don't want to risk. I don't care, man. I know it's not true. I know, like, just, I mean, let me go and take it, man. I mean, you are kicking me out of this because I feel things very intensely. And the only thing I'm asking you is a piece of paper that is there. And I know and I'm aware it's craving. Man, please let me take it. So if you are super energetic people or not, if you are not, and you encounter someone like me, okay, you cannot let him take it and he will receive the lesson, which is very painful. Let him take it also. Let him. That's it. I mean, yeah, forget about the paper and enjoy the landscape. This is what I tell him. Also, when you see me, like after going through my own, because then I was in the van, because we were late, no? So I was in the van meditating, of course, silent, man. I cannot talk. I don't want to talk. I mean, I'm going through things. You put me into these things, you force me to stay here when the course was finished and you put me here. So you are giving me lessons I don't want anymore. I mean, the teacher, which is a guy that supposedly knows, fuck, he took me out and then you give me another lesson. And life is like this. He will give you lessons all the time. So let me take the paper. He didn't. We left. And then I thought, okay, you are not living with less things this place, but you are living with the same that you came. And that's progress. Because you are not living with more. You are less, you are not less, you are the same. Not balanced probably either, but you are not taking more things, which might make you more imbalanced and more attached. And he said, like, you have your memories, man, your memories disappear, of course. And this piece of paper will disappear, but let me take it. So I was silent, meditating, you know, with this volition of, I want to be silent also, they worry for me, and they feel a bit of my pain, a bit of my, but then no, then it was like, okay, I'm silent and I will change. It was supposed that I was having to go to Breslau. I'm here in Malanov, in the middle where the fucking story started 3 days ago. And I'm talking with the phone because I know some people are there and I might listen to it later and the machine will code my words, I don't know. Yes. Be at peace, my brothers. I wish you all the best. Because I really wish you all the best. And that is his lesson. Like at the end, they were worrying for me because they said like, okay, this guy is going to Braslo, we leave it there, we do our job. And I said, Malanov, please. And the guy on the bus couldn't do it. And I changed the destiny. And I took the destiny of my life, because I said, I'm not gonna go to Breslau. I'm not obeying rules anymore. It's my life now. It's off with the course. And I told to the manager, I told him, thank you for the paper, thank you for the instructions. I might do hitchhiking, I don't care about anything, and I will take it. And I went into the bus and I said, Malanov. And the guy changed the route of the bus and the people were waiting for me. And the guy told him, like, people are waiting for you. And I said, they can go if they want. I just want to go to Malanov. And I'm in Malanov and I have many things inside, and now I could put many of them outside and I feel better. So I don't know anything about myself. I don't know anything about what's gonna happen. That was the thing of yesterday, of thinking everything is getting established, everything is okay, love, compassion, and suddenly, boom, you explode inside, or you are very close to explode. You are almost to get crazy. I was very worried for myself. So I don't know anything. I don't know anything. So much humility, really. So much humility. I only know that I don't know anything, and this is Socratic. But if you want Carlito Fluito's sentences, I don't know anything. That full stop. I don't know anything. Full stop. I don't even know that I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Full stop. So much to learn, really, and we don't. I mean, about mine. Sorry, psychologists out there. We are so far away, man. I mean, there is so long way to go. So long way to go that the spiritual psychology, experiential, I don't know if experiential psychology exists. I know existential psychology exists, but I don't know if experiential psychology exists. But spiritual psychology, I haven't heard it. So, Carlito Fluito, here, the 8th day of the 10th day of Vipassana, which I think is the 9th of August. I think it's the 9th of August. At the 8.25 minutes of this 4 video, said spiritual psychology. So thank you, because now I have a meaning of life and I have so much to work, and so many of you, really, that I really want to help, and I really want to love you so much, and to help you to have a more enjoyable, aware life, conscious life. You know, in a way we can understand, we can experience, and we can survive together. I know spirituality is not for individual survival, because if you are deep, meditating deep inside, in the forest, and the lion comes, boom, the lion kills you, like no question. I mean, if you are a Shaolin monk, it could be interesting to know if your senses are awake to smell the lion and to defend against the lion. If you are a Shaolin monk, or a yogi maybe, I don't know, but like a standard spirituality, it's not surviving, it's sensing, it's experiencing, it's many things I don't know, of course. Yeah, very intense. And now I will listen a bit and see what life teach me. So yeah, be at peace. He told me so many times, are you sure you don't want to go to Breslau? It's only 40 zloty more, and I'm sure. My journey goes through Balado, and I did it, and I wanted to do it, and I did it, and I crave, and I still crave, but I'm alive, but I'm dying, and I died doing this, which is the important thing. He said it, Goenka said it. Take the best use of your life. Take the best use of your life, because when you realize you are alive, and when you realize that you are dying, then you realize you take best use of your life. You better do it. So people, do 10 days Vipassana course. If you are able, finish them. If the teacher kicks you out, be happy, because you were kicked out. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being there. I wish you all the best. And yes, so everyone is sure. I think you are watching yourself now. I don't know if you saw the glass in the glass. So yes, this is a phone. And this is me on the phone. If you want to see me and you want to see the phone, say hi to the phone. Hello machine. thank you very much for listening. So intense, really. So intense. I love you all, really. Ah, yes. I forgot. Did you know? I think I said it already. I don't know. I talk so much I forgot. Did you know? I think I said it. I don't care. Did you know that one out of this I didn't say it. One out of all the lives, all the consciousness, all the minds, all the beings, all the ever-changing matters and ever-changing phenomena of this universe that have conscious and all did you know that out of all of this do you know that out of this universe one out of all this universe is you? Do you know that? Wow, wow. Carlito Fluido, see you next around, see you.